you're coming to the UK, you'll want to know how to pronounce the places that you visit. So today, I'm going to teach you 25 of the most commonly mispronounced places in the country, and I'll give you opportunities to practice saying them for yourself. And at the end, I'll show you how to pronounce this Welsh town. What the Here we go with number 1, Bicester. It's a town to the west of London that's become really popular for outlet shopping. You can get some great bargains, guys. Now, the pronunciation, Bicester. Bicester. That CE is pronounced with a S sound, so Bicester. And we're going to see that pattern throughout this video. You try saying it. Number 2, Gloucester. Now this is a city in the west of England that is probably most famous for its cathedral, and it's actually where they filmed some of the Harry Potter scenes. Nice. Now this pronunciation, Gloucester. We have that CE again as we did before, and it's pronounced with a S sound, so Gloucester. Your turn. Another example of this CE as a S sound is Leicester. This is a city in the Midlands, and we pronounce it Leicester. Now this causes particularly Americans problems. I've heard Leicester or Leicester, and I get it. It looks like it should be that, but it isn't. It's Leicester. Now you've probably heard this name either from the city or because in London, one of the central areas is Leicester Square. And that's our 4th place, Leicester Square. Leicester Square. Okay, can you say that for me? Now guys, if you haven't met me before, my name is Teacher Tom, and I teach fresh, modern British English to people around the world who are interested in the language and culture of the UK. And because you're watching this video, I suspect that you're interested in improving your British English pronunciation, and I have the perfect thing for you. I'm releasing a brand new online British English pronunciation course that will help you thrive in the UK. So whether you're here to study, climb the career ladder, or integrate with the locals, this course is perfect for you. Now I'm releasing the course in April, but you can join the waitlist today to guarantee that you'll get 30% off the launch price. 30%, guys, that's huge. And we won't give that discount anywhere else, just in the waitlist. So the link is in the description below. Join it today and let's get you speaking like a local. Okay, this one you'll want to know because it's the name of a popular sauce. No, not ketchup, you silly. Come on, Worcestershire. That's right, Worcestershire sauce. It's so good. Now let's work on the word. So Worcestershire is a county. A county is an administrative or geographical area, a bit like a state is in the USA or India. Now we've got that CE sound again, which is a S sound as we learnt before, so Worcester. And then we've got the suffix of sh, so S-H-I-R-E. Now when it comes at the end of a word, it denotes a county. Okay, so we know if we see sh, okay, it's a county. And that pronunciation there, you heard it. It's with a schwa sound, sh. So it's Worcestershire, Worcestershire. Another example would be Yorkshire or Lancashire. You can hear that sh sound. Now, as for Worcestershire sauce, it's great as a marinade for meat or in your Bloody Mary. Okay, let's continue with counties and move to the west of London and Berkshire. Now it looks like Berkshire, right? And yeah, maybe it should be, but actually we have an R sound there, so Berkshire, Berkshire. Okay, and while we're at it, let's do another county, Warwickshire, Warwickshire. Now, this one looks tricky, but actually it's quite simple because that W in the middle, we're going to just take it out. We don't need it, so Warwickshire, Warwickshire. So 3 syllables really, Warwickshire. Now there's a city called Warwick, which is famous for its cathedral and for its university. You say it like that, Warwick, Warwick. Let's hear you say that. Okay, number 8, we're moving into Scotland and the capital, Edinburgh, Edinburgh. Now, I've heard this one said Edinburgh, Edinburgh. Yeah, those could all be legitimate, but it's actually pronounced Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Bruh. That bruh sound on the suffix of B-U-R-G-H. And that G-H is silent, right? We don't pronounce it. Now, there are other suffixes that we have just like that one in other places in the UK. For example, Middlesborough. Middlesbrough. So it looks like borough, but it's pronounced bruh. Bruh. Middlesbrough. And then in Yorkshire, there's a beautiful town called Knaresborough. Knaresborough. Now, if you're ever in York or Harrogate, there's a train line that goes between them, and Knaresborough is in the middle, and it's absolutely stunning. Definitely pay it a visit. Okay, things are starting to get spicy because we're moving to Wales, where there are consonants everywhere. It's mad. And to be honest, I think I'm going to butcher it with my London accent. And that's something to be aware of, guys, is that all of these place names are said in different ways. I'm just showing you how I say it in my London accent. But of course, there are variations in every place. For example, I say Newcastle, but in Newcastle, they would say Newcastle, right? Newcastle. The stress is different to how I would say it. So bear that in mind. This is just one variation. There are plenty of others. All right, so this is a Welsh seaside town, and it begins with the Swedish pop group ABBA. Okay, so we start with ABBA, and then Aberystwyth. Aberystwyth. That's how I say it. Maybe the locals would say it slightly differently. Aberystwyth. And whilst we're in Wales, let's tackle a great little town that's become really popular because of their football team and the Hollywood investors. Wrexham. Wrexham. Now, this is interesting because the W is silent, and also that suffix at the end, ham. This is one that we will find in lots of places in the UK. And we will say it, right? So we're using that schwa sound again. So Wrexham. Wrexham. Let's find other examples of that suffix, ham. It's in the second biggest city, Birmingham. Birmingham. So it's not Birmingham, as I think the Americans would say about the city in Alabama. Birmingham. In Britain, in the UK, it's Birmingham. Birmingham. We've also got Nottingham. Nottingham. And there's a beautiful university city in the north called Durham. Durham. Again, that sound. Now, I've heard this one pronounced as Durham. Well, we're after Durham. It looks like it. It probably should be. I'm sorry, it isn't. It's Durham. Okay, our next one is not just difficult for visitors coming to the UK. It's difficult for us as well. There are debates about how you should say it properly. I say it I say it Shrewsbury, but others would say Shrewsbury. So even we don't know. I'm sure there are some locals watching. Let me know in the comments. What do you say? Is it Shrewsbury or Shrewsbury? It's a big argument. I'm not getting in the middle of it. But what I'm interested in is that suffix of B-U-R-Y, Bury. Now, there is a town called Bury, but that's not how it's pronounced here. It's Shrewsbury. Bree. So that translates into other place names. For example, Canterbury. Canterbury. It's a cathedral city in Kent. Canterbury. And another example is the biggest music festival in the UK, Glastonbury. Glastonbury. Okay, try saying those for me. Okay, our next few take us to the seaside because when we have the suffix of mouth, it indicates a port or a harbour of some kind. So probably the most famous one would be Bournemouth. Bournemouth, and you can hear that it's not mouth as a suffix, it's muth. So Bournemouth, Plymouth, Falmouth. Bournemouth, Plymouth, Falmouth. Okay, this one is one that Americans generally get wrong. They would say Norwich. Norwich. And yes, it should be Norwich. But here's a little trick. Just think about porridge and add an N. So it's Norwich. Norwich. And it's a city in East Anglia. Another one that stumps Americans particularly is the East Midland city, Derby. Yeah. Because I think in America they say Derby, but And yeah, it's an E, so probably should be Derby, but we say Derby because we're really annoying like that, aren't we? Okay, so have a go at saying that. Okay, guys, we're here. This is the big one. There it is. Now, how do you say this town? This is the longest town name in the whole of the UK, and you can see why, right? I don't know how to speak Welsh. The couple of tricks I do know. Now, when you see a double L in a place name in Wales, the sound is it's a sound that we don't have in England, but yes, we do have it in Wales. So for example, there's a place called Llandudno, and Llanelli. Now, I am probably saying that terribly, but it's near enough, right? You can kind of get what I'm saying, right? So Llanelli and Llandudno. So this word is definitely at the beginning. Also at the end, I know it goes go go goch. The rest of it, I've no idea. So let's get a pro to show us how to do it. Okay, pretty impressive, right? Your homework is to practice that, okay? Have a go, and in the comments below, tell me how you did, yeah? Okay, but what does that place name actually mean? It must mean something, right? Well, it does. Let me read it to you. So it's Welsh, and it means St Mary's Church in the hollow of the white hazel, near to the fierce whirlpool of St Cilio of the Red Cave. Sounds like something out of Game of Thrones. All right, guys, how did you do? I hope that was really useful. Now, remember, these aren't maybe the most difficult, but they are maybe the most difficult ones that are also the most common. Because we could have looked at tiny villages in faraway places in the UK, but you would never go there. These ones, at least, I think most of you, if you're coming to the UK, will see on a map. You might read it, you might hear it, you might even need to say it. And that's why I wanted to do this video today. Now remember, guys, if you want to come to the UK and thrive, then I have my pronunciation course coming that's going to be perfect for you, okay? It's going to give you the inside knowledge about how we really speak in the UK. We're going to be looking at different accents. We're going to be giving you real life examples and real life conversation practice as well. So if you would like to join the waitlist to get 30% off, the link is in the description below. Until next time, this is Teacher Tom saying goodbye.